know why? Because men change when they're ready to change.
Facts.
Actually, a proven fact. This
Yeah.
ain't just a regular fact. This is a proven fact. I dare
Mm-hmm.
anyone to call in on here and be like, no, I changed before myself. No, you didn't. You changed when you were like, I'm sick of this shit, man. I need to do better. And if you don't believe it, then y'all have HBO. Watch this the CC Sabathia, former Yankees pitcher story about called I think it's Under the Grapefruit Tree. And he had an alcohol problem. He had a wife, full family, attractive wife, full family and kids and everything. And please understand, the moral of the story is I couldn't change shit about my addiction until I decided to change it. To the point my wife gave up on me. That's just how it is, ladies. Like, I need y'all to really understand you can't change shit.
Yeah.
Like, you're just not going to. It's not happening. Men change when they're ready to. And now,
Women change when they're ready to too.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to ask Shan next. Is like, yeah, can a man change a female, Shan?
No, no, we see it all the time. The man sees a woman, sees more within her than she sees in herself. He says, no, I'm gonna change her. I'm gonna go marry her. I'm gonna give her a great life. Once she gets in that comfortable home, she has everything that she needs, everything that a next woman would want. She gets uncomfortable. She meets one person that gets her out, and she takes it.
Mm-hmm.
Not because you're a bad person, not because you didn't do right as a man, just because she doesn't see that she deserves that treatment.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it is. So now, here's the next question I had on the agenda that I'm going to ask everybody is, why the fuck are bad guys so popular? Why is it that we're still having this talk in 2021 where women have learned that the bad guy is not the best option? It's not going to work out in the end, more than likely. You know, he's not going to be what you're looking for financially, family wise, and all that. And you can't change him. So, therefore, why is he so popular? I'm going to go on with Shan. I'm going to lead with you. And then we're going to lead to the people to talk to us about why these motherfuckers are so popular. Go ahead, Shan.
It's the thrill. It's the idea of not giving a fuck, going against the grain. Um, I always say this, like, I don't know what it's like to live with a man. I don't know what it's like to be in a 5-year relationship, 10-year relationship with the same person
Mm-hmm.
and know the person's ways, know what they're about to do, know how they're about to fuck, know that we have a bedroom and we fuck in there and that's the only place that we fuck. You know what I'm saying? That itself would bore me. Like, I like the fact that I don't know when you're coming. I don't know when I'm gonna see you. But when I see you, I know if we outside, that could be the spot. I know if we here, this could be the spot. I know if we're, out of town, this could be the spot. Like, I don't like routine. I don't like sameness. So I think the craze for bad guys is the illusion that, ooh, this person is mine and that person is mine. And what I know for sure is nobody belongs to anybody. Not even my children belong to me. Once I gave birth to them and they got a social security card, they belong to the state, right? So we
Mm-hmm.
don't own nobody, right? We just get to share moments with people. And we need to look at people as moments, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to bad guys, we just get to have this this is gonna be my person, but we know it's gonna end. We don't know when it's gonna end. It's kind of like going on a roller coaster and not knowing when it's gonna stop.
Yeah. So, bad guys, basically, it's just the thrill.
Yes.
The thrill of not knowing anything. Basically,
Yes.
we don't know if you're being honest about if you're in a relationship. We don't know if you really have a game plan. We don't know if you're really making money. We don't know if you're a rapper that's about to get signed by 50 Cent. We're
Yep.
just literally taking everything you say
Yep.
off of just the trust factor, the honor system,
Yeah.
and hoping that you're not going to disappoint us in the end. That is
No,
what.
we know. This is the thing. That's the fucked up part. We know they're going to disappoint us. We're
Oh,
just having the illusion that this is gonna be on some forever shit, but nothing is forever. But it's
Well,
like a ride. It's like a girl, you know that this car ain't got no brakes. And you like, shut up, bitch. We doing 200 miles per hour and the wind is blowing. Shut up. This is fun. Blah, blah, blah. But it's gonna crash. It's
yo,
gonna crash. You just enjoying the ride until you get there.
listen, that whole excuse makes me sick. My stomach, you understand me? Because you know what? Me and Mr. Man, we on the outside looking in and talking about, I asked her out on the date last week. She said she wasn't available.
Right.
You know, it's like while you in the car, while you in the Honda Civic with no fucking brakes, with Rashid talking about, yeah, yo, I gotta get this car back to my boy before the night, and she gonna be pissed at me. You're like, it's okay, Daddy. We can take the bus together or whatever. And I'm just like,
When women want a bad guy, they will cancel on the guy that wanted to give them a day of fun and thrills for the one that's gonna get off of work and come by and sit in the car for 5 minutes at 11 o'clock.
you know, Kanye West, believe it or not, said the best line about women who want a bad guy. He said, the bitch will take an Uber to a nigga with no car. I
Yeah,
was like, good God.
yeah.
I was like, how perfect is that? It will take an Uber to a nigga with no car, as opposed to letting the man with a car come pick you up and show you out in a good time. But the question just continues to be, y'all have seen the end result over history. We have movies. We have actual, interactions. You have aunties, mamas, grandmamas who all dealt with these type of dudes. We have books about how this doesn't work out for women in the end. And I just don't understand how women continue to be like, you know what? I'm gonna fix this nigga. I'm a nurturer. You know, he will change from me. He will leave his ex-wife for me. He will move out of his current broke up situation's house for me. When all that is a lot of get some pussy. I don't I need women to understand that men lie on the simplest level to get some pussy. We lie on a very simple level. Like whatever you hear us say is going to be a very simple lie for pussy. You know, so you know, yeah, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Uh, I have a roommate. The roommate is gonna end up being his ex girlfriend, who hasn't moved out yet.
He
And
ain't even gonna say that. He gonna be like, I got a situation.
I got
What
a
is the situation? The situation is the fact that he's had the same girlfriend for the last 16 years and doesn't want to marry her, but he doesn't want to tell her.
Mm-hmm. And let me. So here we go with my sociological background. I tried it out, and the results went through the roof, Shan. I'm not gonna lie to you about this.
What?
Before my current relationship that I'm in now, when I broke up with my ex that was living with me, I went out on dates and intentionally told women that I had a roommate that was my ex girlfriend. How
Mm-hmm.
do you feel about it? When I swear to God, not one of them was like, nah, I can't deal with that. I'm not interested in what you putting out no more. Matter of fact, the pussy came quicker. Some of them were like, so how's it when we gonna fuck? Like, I'm like, well, we can't. She in the house. Oh, I'm like, we go to your place and fuck. Oh, okay. All right, cool. I'm with that too. Like, that was the immediate it wasn't, oh nah, why don't you just get that situated and then call me when you're done? Every last female, and I went with like 5 chicks at the time. Where
Yeah.
to the point where my ex was like, none of these bitches care that I still live here. I was like, let me tell you, they don't give a damn that you live here. And as a matter of fact, they want to work around the fact you live here. She was
Mm-hmm.
like, yo, bitches ain't shit. I was like, yo. And the thing with me is, I wasn't dating no raggedy ass bitches from the projects or, you know what I mean? Like they didn't have shit going for themselves. These are women that had jobs, were established. Some of them had kids, some didn't. Their lifestyle was right. As soon as I told them I had a complication, because I already came with the full package. Remember, understand, this is still my package now, except the fact that I am in a full-fledged relationship. I don't have no kids. I got my own space, my own spot. I have a foreign luxury car. I have a
Mm-hmm.
good career. You know, I don't know baby mama drama because I don't have no kids. I'm handsome. I be, my pipe game is great. My mouth game is great. All that. I am the unicorn. And then I added in the factor that now I live with my ex. Do you know there was a swarm of women who were like, yo,
Okay,
you got some drama coming?
Let me tell you why.
Let me hear.
Don't no woman want a man who women don't want.
I understand that.
Okay? And then they probably think, oh my God, he's so honest. He told me this up front. Like, I'm really about to give him the pussy, right?
Yeah.
Third thing is women, no matter how much school they went to, no matter if they doctors, no matter if they own businesses, everybody wants to feel wanted.
Yes.
Everybody wants to feel some type of intimacy. Everybody wants to be passionate with another person, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the value and the quality of who you are does not start with your degree. It does not start with the dollars in your bank account and in your 401k. It starts with you before you have those things. So don't be out here thinking women who are smart, beautiful, have everything, can go anywhere, can have any man, know who they are, because they don't.
They definitely.
That's the problem.
They definitely do not.
Bad guys are winning right now because women do not know the value within themselves.
Preach, sister, preach.
Once these women start saying no to these quote unquote bad guys, they'll be like, man, what I gotta do? I'm out here getting dressed for other niggas. Because that's basically what's gonna happen.
Yes. Like, what do we have to do to stop from entertaining these bad niggas? You know what I mean? Like, this talk had to be said. It was funny because one of my first talks with a group chat on this app was some pimp ass nigga that had one of his prostitutes on there with him who was like, yeah, I'm the bad guy. And the bad guy wins because the bad guy does bad things. You good guys, y'all lose because you're good. And they literally did a whole 2.5 hour talk bashing good guys because they were like, women want the bad guy because this, that, and the third. And he had a prostitute with him who was like, yeah, I love all the bad guys. Mistreat me. Don't spit in my face. And I was like, yo. So I went on and I was fucking with him.
Even in that situation, women got they got the thing that's going to get the money. Yes. You don't need the pimp. The reason why you got the pimp because you haven't yet found the value within yourself to go ahead and make your own clients and get your own money without somebody giving you a cut of what your cut is.
Exactly. These are facts, people. These are fucking facts. Let's get to some of these messages, man.
I guess I'm struggling with moving on. It's like some days I'm good, and then if I don't have much to do, I find myself dwelling on the details of the breakup and all of that.
Oh, that's what it is. You answered it for yourself. You ain't got much to do. Find something for you to do and stop dwelling on the past shit. A lot of times people sit in bullshit after the fact, during the fact, and the things that's keeping them in those fucked up situations going in the circles around the same bullshit is because they keep remembering the times when it was good. If I got to remember the times that it was good for me to stay in something that ain't good for me, we both should have left.
Yep. And here's the hardcore truth coming to you, brother. You have to fuck your way out of this situation, man.
Like, sometimes that ain't even it, because he probably end up calling the girl that he feeling bad over after the fuck.
Listen. Do not call that girl bad over after the fuck unless you calling her during the fuck to let her hear how you pleasing the other woman while you fucking. Do not call her and be like, oh, I just had sex with somebody else and all I could think about was you. You will be in loser mode. Do not do that, my man. Listen, men, the way men get over shit, They fuck it out of their system. It sounds crazy. This is how we do it. Like we negotiate things by fucking shit out of it. It's just like, oh, all right, I just fucked this chick. I fucked that chick. Now I can sit here and start to compromise on how I'm gonna feel better. But by sitting around trying to talk this shit and think to yourself, well, she didn't do me right. I'm a good guy. It ain't gonna work. And listen, this is coming from a good guy. Telling you, get out there, get your dick strong and ready, and bust these chicks back open until you feel better about yourself. Then don't start dating nobody else. Do not start dating anybody else.
No.
Go and fuck all of this energy out of you, and then talk to yourself, and then move on. But do not immediately get back in the game talking about, oh yeah, I just had a bad breakup. I'm ready to go. Because you're not ready to go. You got to fuck it out of yourself.
I don't fuck people out of me that I miss, that I crave. I work out of existence. I get very busy within the thing that makes me very happy. I get tunnel vision, and that's what helps me.
Yeah. See, y'all see, audience, y'all see how women handle shit differently from men? Women get all busy in their careers and what they're doing to make them money. And what men do is we start fucking. But listen, we primal as shit. We be like, oh, you want to play me, huh? Hey, bitch, come over here and get some of this primal dick. Let me tell you what I'm about. You know what I mean? Like, and they will fuck all month until they be like, okay, all right. Fuck that bitch out of me. Let me sit here and start to heal, because that's how we work. We cannot work on a way where let me throw myself into my work. You know what I mean? My favorite athlete of all time, Kobe Bryant. He had the rape trial. He's a Virgo, and I'm a Virgo. I get it. He threw himself into his work, probably only because it was the most drastic type of work you throw into, which is the NBA playoffs, and performed at an all-time high level during that rape trial. So it's like, oh, you raped me. And Kobe's like, well, I'm averaging 35 points a game until I prove I did not rape you. You know what I mean? And I'm like, some people can do it that way. It's very few people that had a mentality to do that. Most of us men have to be like, no, in order to get rid of the feelings I'm having, I need more pussy to I don't want to say solidify, I don't know. I need more pussy to prove I'm a man. You know what I mean? That I haven't lost it, as opposed to, just being like, hey, I'm gonna feel my feelings out and figure it out from there. You know what I'm saying, Chan?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, perfect. Let's get to these messages.
She gets it, Pud. You're right, because women do change when they want to, and yeah, men change when they want to too. Because you can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
You sure can. My favorite brother tried it with his first wife. He met her in a strip club in Jersey, tried to make her into a wholesome woman, and she left him and left the ring on the table and the kid.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, these strippers in Jersey ain't shit. So he should have done that.
The guy that she cheated on him with, she wound up getting pregnant, and the baby was born on my brother's birthday.
Yo, these Jersey strippers ain't shit. Don't fall in love with them. Next message.
Bad guys are popular because they convince women, manipulate them. This is where narcissists come in. And they do all the right things, but it's fake. It's all fake. It's to get whatever they want out of you. And that's the truth. They manipulate. They already got the looks, and then, they're charming and all of that, and then they swoop you. They tell you and do everything you want to hear. And that's why women fall. It's a bad cycle.
Lupita Rodriguez gets it, man. She understands.
In my opinion, what I liked about the guys that I ended up finding out they weren't the best for me, in the beginning, it was just kind of like I was filling it out, and they were available because I'm usually busy. So they were available when I was available. They were, down for pretty much whatever was going on. They're just kind of go with the flow. They're not all stuck up. They're not like crazy about everything you say, everything you do. They don't like nitpick. It's just pretty like chill. And yeah, so that's what happened with the guys that I liked that I ended up finding out they were bad guys.
What do you think about that, Shan?
I kind of feel her because you know how a lot of women who are with males who are dishonest and they know cheat.
Yeah.
Right? And people always say, women who have the man, women need to stop, talking to those men because he's taken, right?
Uh-huh.
If your man doesn't have the respect for himself and for you and that relationship enough to be like, I know my limits, I'm taken, I'm not to no other women, why must I respect the relationship he doesn't respect and the relationship you don't respect? Because you know the situation. So when you say I got him, I got the prize, what do you have? Because when I'm done with him, he goes home to you. You deal with all the problems. When I'm done with the trip that we went on that he paid for, he can go home to you, and I can be out here and really be single. So what is the prize that you have?
you just dating a whore.
Right? So it's kind of like what are you actually winning? Because who's actually the thing on the side?
Yeah,
you don't even know the difference because you're just like the placeholder for cleaning up his shit after his dick stains is on it from our sex. So like, come on now, like chill out.
Exactly. Yo.
Chill out.
You want to hold on to this man's all his females pre-cum on the penis. Yo, like, this is mine. I want to suck all that come off of you.
Listen, I'm gonna be like, how does my pussy taste? Like, shut up.
Yo, you're not winning, bitch. You're not winning at all.
Nobody's winning. When a man wants to be dishonest, that's what he's going to be.
Exactly.
Understand through our moments, and you will enjoy people for the moments and not take everything that they do so personally.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Next message.
Well, it's like at the time when I considered myself to be a bad guy, I did it because of how I was treated. And one day I thought to myself, I was like, how about, wake up and just do unto those if they have done unto us.
Well, I understand why you came up with that, assumption is like, I'm going to start treating women the way they treat me. But that doesn't make you a bad guy, man.
that makes you human. But the thing, like when you say do unto those as people did unto you, you're not get anywhere because you're not doing what was done to you to the person that did it to you. You're doing it to everybody else that didn't do shit to you.
Yeah. What you are is a good guy who finally realized I don't deserve to be treated like this.
Yeah.
And then you started acting on it. That's all. It's like, and there's no shame in it. It's like, yo, we've all had that. For me, personally, all, discretions, put aside, I was cheated on by my very first girlfriend when I was younger. And, when I was like 16. And, she was just like, she would always be talking about this other dude named Reggie. This is how bad it is. I remember the nigga's name. Name. She was like, oh, I'm like, hey, let's go out to a movie tonight. She said, oh, no, Reggie asked me this. Reggie asked me that. Oh, you want to go out tonight? Or Reggie this, Reggie that. And I'm like, yo, that's why I'm like, yo, the fuck Reggie keep getting all this first priority. Like, I'm your boyfriend. And then she was like, motherfucker, Reggie's my boyfriend. You just decide. I was like, oh, yo, that happened to me at a young age. And it couldn't have been better for me. Because after that, now all that flower glasses is off. Everybody I met to me is suspect. You be doing me totally right. You suspect. And I'm going to make sure that I know for a fact you not trying to get over on me when we're doing our thing and trying to learn about each other. And I haven't had that problem as far as being cheated on since that situation, I got played once,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a pretty good record for 16 to the age of 37. It's only be played two times that whole situation. You know what I mean? So
I have a question for you.
uh-huh.
Do you think people today date so frequently and at alarming rates because they're trying to hurry up so they don't feel anything from the last person that played them?
No, I don't think that. I think people are dating so frequently because it's accessible to them.
Mm.
I totally believe that the internet has probably been the worst thing for dating, if you want to be honest. Because look at it. All these options are now available to you. All these people you would have never spoken to or met before are now accessible to you. So that makes you think you're the bee's knees, and now that you can treat other people like you're the top prospect because you'd be like, well, hey, if you don't like me, I got somebody else. But you have to think about the fact that somebody may not like you because you're a piece of shit.
Right.
You don't have much going for yourself. It's not because you're just, not their cup of tea. And the internet has made it where it's like, hey, don't worry about that person not liking you. Go to this person. Here's your other option. This person swiped yes. Go meet up with her. This person swiped yes and is going to fuck you tonight. Go meet up with her. And besides the other respectable girl who's like, hey, I didn't say yes, and I'm going to, and there's a whole other situation because we already had this talk where it's saying you can fuck the first night and still be good. But, the other person's like, oh, I didn't fuck the first night, and I want to be your girl. So the internet, in my opinion, has made it worse. I don't think that people are actually using it in a way to benefit themselves and actually get to know people and understand that these options are being given to you so that you can see what works best for you. As opposed to I have options because I have options, and I'm going to use every last one of them. And then when that runs out, I'll just start the process over again. That's not a good process. And I when I was single on the map, I remember I would run into some women who'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm really big on serial dating, because that way I get to figure out who's best for me." And I'm like, that's not what that's doing. You're actually not getting to know anybody. You're just dating random people, and you're going to end up picking the person for the most superficial reason that's not going to benefit you. Oh, well, he's the best looking, so I pick him. Oh, he had the most money and took me on the most extravagant date, so I pick him. And then that person will be like, yo, me and you ain't a match. We suck. But you know what? You were busy fucking dating 19 niggas at a time. So you got what you got. And that's what happened. And I feel like that's what all these options are bringing to people nowadays. How do you feel about it, Shan?
I do feel like people have too many options. I do feel like people are too accessible today, where people don't never want to deal with shit because at the first sight of a challenge, they flinch and they go for something new.
Mm-hmm. That's the biggest thing. Like you said, the first sight of a challenge is like, oh, I'm done. I want somebody else. We're over. And you're like, Jesus, like that wasn't even that serious for us to break up over, but
Right.
I got options, so it's what it is. Let's get to some of these messages before the other people have other options.
What you all are describing is an entanglement. And entanglements never work out well. So don't catch yourself in one. And certainly don't be entangling anybody in your life. Right? That's everything, right?
Now, are you saying that because of what Will Smith and Jada Pinkett went through this summer, or are you saying that because of genuine what it really caused? You know what I mean? Next.
Next.
Nope. Start speaking with your fucking mouth.
That is true. When I gave my veganity away to some Native American chick, oh man, I was 18, she was 22, so I thought it could work or something, but I was head over heels for her anyway, because I was over here thinking about Mulan or something like that anyway. But after them cheeks got clapped a couple times, I was a vegan, so I thought I was in love, but it was lust or whatever, and I was heartbroken, as you might put it. And whenever I found out that she was clapping cheeks with someone else, I was really sad, because I found out by one of my friends. And then, for about a week or two, like, I was in the mode until my friend hooked me up with some other chicks and turned into a, how you put it, savage. And not the savage you're thinking about. I loaded up the gun and went and robbed 5 banks. I was over here, bang, bang, bang!
Yo, bro, I get it. I definitely get the savage you turned into. We were just talking about that. Men got to fuck it out their system. You had to fuck it out your system. I get it.
Actually, I think that what both of you are saying applies to both male and females, because there are a lot of, I think it really depends on the person. There are a lot of people who do have, sex with other people to get out of that, mindset, and there are a lot of others who throw themselves into their work. I think if you have an ego or more of pride, then you'll be with other people to prove to yourself, whether consciously or subconsciously, that you're still wanted by other people, even though maybe you weren't in the right relationship. But other people will throw themselves into their work to just completely avoid it.
Yeah. Good point. You got a very good point there.
The reason of cheating is that we want more. When we saw someone else, we want to try different things. And that's why it happens to men or women.
I hear you.
Now I know you're like, why in the hell would he go and shoot up the banks if he ain't the one that got fucked over? It's simple. Because why is people like businesses like Western Union ain't about to let you, no matter who's out there, if your best friend's out there in Kenya and your best friend like, hey, can you send me $500? You can't send your best friend that money to Kenya. Oh, because we're worried about you getting scammed, but she can drain out my goddamn bank account. Ain't that some twisted shit? So it's the bank's fault why I'm sitting here heartbroken and wallet twisted. So, the victim, I don't know who the victim is, but I tell you what, I sure as hell ready to make a couple victims. Know what I'm talking about? No, I'm just goofing around.
I was definitely going to be like, Shan, I don't know if this is an FBI recorded.
Right.
I'm about to be like, yo, I ain't got nothing to do with you, bro. Like, what you do is what you do. I'm no longer giving advice to you because you will not bring me to court with your ass. Feel like they were giving me advice on this late night show, and I kept robbing banks. I'm like, no, brother. I had nothing to do with that. Next message.
So, what do you think about this? I always recommend, not always, but I do recommend at least cheat once and at least get cheated on once. Not that you're in control of being cheated on, but if it happens to happen, learn from it. And you gain both perspectives. I've learned a lot from being on both ends, personally. What are your guys' thoughts? Women and male perspective.
I've never wanted to cheat, never felt the need to cheat. I sleep better at night when I'm honest and can't nobody said I lied or I didn't say something that I know I did. So me being upfront, it gives me less stress. I sleep better, and I don't have to remember what I told one person I didn't tell the next person because it's the same story.
Yep, these are facts. I agree with what Shan said. The only thing that's different from me is I won't say you need to cheat, but I will say it will probably benefit you if you have been cheated on once, at least, so you know what the signs are to look out for with someone who is possibly cheating on you or about to play you out. If you're naive to all this, it's not healthy, because then you will make a mistake and continue to deal with someone who is blatantly about to play you out or saying all the things that are going to lead to infidelity. So I definitely think it's a positive to have had that bad experience. And like I just told y'all, I had it early in the game. So that benefited me, because I never was just like, oh, everything is rose-colored glasses. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. The fuck I don't. If you think anything suspect to me, you know what I mean, I'm on you. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the way you have to be to guard your own feelings. Now, once that person proves to you that they're not cheating on you, give them a fucking break. Don't fucking harass them and act like, oh, even though you proved to me numerous times you're not cheating, I wanna catch you in something. That's just you being insecure now. But if you're like, oh, well, I've had, an experience and I know this is what it looks like when somebody cheats or might cheat and I'm aware of it, hey, go on about your business, man. Don't just let somebody do that to you again and have you up here in your feelings all the time. So I think it kind of works both ways. If you get the experience, use it to your advantage. If you've never had anybody cheat on you, and God willing, you're with that person who never cheated on you and is still treating you good, hey, keep it moving and stay with that person. You know what
And
I mean?
that's the thing. Like, if you've been with somebody and they cheated on you and you can't trust them and you need to know every little detail of their life, and that's just how it has to be honest with yourself and be like, hey, I can't be with you and give you your personal space because I'm not over this. Point blank, period. It's not gonna work. Stop making people be punished for some shit you can't get through.
Yes, exactly. Like, if you can't get over your own previous shit, don't bring new people into it and then be like, oh, well, if you can't help me solve this, you're not good. No, this is your problem.
Right.
You fix it. Don't expect a new person to come in your life and fix that issue. That's selfish and it's immature. Like, get out of here with that. Like, it's very ignorant. So I definitely agree 100% with Shan. Let's get on to the next message.
Listen, people date so quickly for the same reason why each and every one of the non-believers in religion on their deathbed gonna say, I accept Donut Lord as Christ. Same reason. You never know, so why not accept it so you don't die and go to hell, So let me quickly hurry up and go on over here and date so I don't die alone. We all over here looking for the gallstone in the turd. Know what I'm talking about? No, the hell you don't.
It depends, because can't nobody tell me about what happens after life that ain't came back from the afterlife.
Yeah.
Not about to tell me where I'm about to go when I leave, because let me see your round trip ticket.
Yeah, right. This is what happens after you die.
Yeah, like, I'm not getting with nobody just because I don't want to die lonely. We all die how we came in, and you came in through a vessel by yourself.
Exactly.
Learn to be comfortable by yourself, and people that come into your life for moments, enjoy those moments, but you don't own those experiences.
Mm-hmm. Now, was Mr. Shields? Is he the one I told to change his avatar? Because I think he did it.
I can't remember.
I hope so, because that avatar looked more in accordance with what he was saying.
Love and hip hop and the internet has ruined everything.
Reality TV, big business.
Yeah.
Black people selling their souls for a couple of $1,000.
Yep, a couple $1,000, a couple $100. Couple $100. Some of these people,
if they do it at least 5+ seasons, it turns into thousands. But my thing is, like, find something else to do. Find something else to do. Like, I'm tired of seeing black people on TV, black women on TV disrespecting themselves and calling themselves friends at the next season. What the fuck is this?
Yep, going back to, hey sis, we got a new mansion that we're staying in this season, so let's all be cool.
What?
No, all that. Y'all hate each other. Y'all all fucking each other's man. Go back to what you was talking about. You know what I mean? Fuck out of here. Next message.
I think that a lot of people nowadays are in relationships so frequently because most people nowadays equate everything with, like, it has to equate to being popular for it to be worthwhile. And that includes being in a relationship. And I think social media really made it worse because nowadays, even though it's been like this for a long time, like, the aspect of why aren't you in a relationship? If you're single for too long, people will look at you different, and it's been that way for a long time. But social media really has a new perspective on it, and there's a lot more eyes on you. And so if you're single for too long, people look at you like, what's wrong with you? Why can't you find someone? And also the aspect of needing someone else to be happy. That's a huge thing. Like, you need someone to fulfill your happiness.
People bash people every day on, are you married? You can't say that. Are you in a relationship? You can't say that. As if people who are single never been in a relationship, or people who are single never been in a marriage. Like, happy that I'm not in another relationship right now, and that I'm taking this time to get to know who the fuck I am. The thing is, people are terrified of being within their own space by themselves, listening to themselves and hearing their own thoughts.
You got that right. And it's been more terrifying during this pandemic, because I know, like, for a fact that, during these weeks where it's like, oh, can't go out anywhere, and then you don't have anybody at least to be in the house with. Dang. You're like, well, what's wrong with me? Well, I don't even have somebody here to be, laid up with and fucking and sucking on the whole time. Like, why am I that bad of a person? It's like, hey, this is the time for you to reanalyze and figure out what's going on with yourself. My own mother came to me and was like, are you playing around with this dating thing? I'm getting older and I ain't got no grandkids. And I'm like, well, you could also have a bunch of baby mamas and grandkids that don't know who what the situation is, and can be in that situation. She was like, you know what? You're right. I was like, exactly. I was like, I am waiting because I've told myself I'm only doing the marriage thing once. I literally said that. I was like, I've seen it. I'm not doing it twice. I'm not, I'm going to make sure that I get somebody that I know. We talk, we know about each other. I can feel their vibe, know what they're about. I'm not just going to be like, wow, we had a great night tonight. Let me have unprotected sex with them and see how things go. That's not what I'm about. I'm not about that. And to this point, it has worked. You know what I mean? To where I'm with my, my lovely girlfriend now. And, we can plan that future. But I literally had to explain it to my mom, who's from the old school, and let her know, but like, hey, aren't you happy that you don't have a bunch of baby mamas coming around here knocking on your door talking about, where Jay at? You know what I mean? Where's motherfucker with my son? You know what I mean? Or my daughter, you know what I mean? So she's like, yeah, you know what? I can't complain. It has been a fairly easy life for me. I'm like, thank you.
And this is another thing. People have this illusion that because you don't have a wife, or because you don't have a husband, or because you don't have kids, there's no way that you can be happy and give me advice. No. Everybody don't want kids. Everybody don't want to be married.
Exactly. And the whole thing is, I don't think you should question it unless people are, whenever you're asking them what's going on, are constantly saying it's everybody else's fault.
Yeah.
Then I would be like, it can't be everybody else's fault. What are you doing wrong? What are your flaws? Tell me about what you are doing right. Because it can't be everybody else is just, I keep picking bad people. Because then that also shows that you're not a good judgment of other individuals. Yeah. And why would I want to deal with somebody like that? Why would I want to date you? Because I'm probably a good qualified person for you. And you're not going to understand that because you're too busy looking for the wrong person.
Hello.
Your ass. You know what I mean? Message.
And that's why it's important for you to take your time between your relationships so you can analyze what the fuck the problem was.
Yo, please. Everybody listening right now. Oh my God. Yo, stop jumping from relationship to relationship. When you just went through some shit, sit your ass down and take a time out. Figure out what happened, what went wrong, why did this not work with this person? What do I need to do for my own personal growth and to be healthy in my next relationship? Stop just being like, I don't want to be alone. It's wintertime and everybody else I know is fucking, so I need to be fucking. That's not what you need to do. Sit your ass down.
Fucking and getting super gonorrhea with no cure.
Yes, sit your ass down and learn who you are and figure things out and then get back in the game. But if you just like, oh no, I gotta be doing what everybody else is doing, no, bro. Like, that's why there's so many toxic people out here fucking with other toxic people. Because you toxic motherfuckers won't give it a break. Like, sit your toxic ass down somewhere. God damn. Next message.
Basically, what you said, you know, be a little demon once, be a little sour than sweet, so cheat once, get cheated on once. I think that's a really good idea. That's just like saying, you know, sell crack once and try crack once. You're gonna get addicted to it somehow, some way, somehow. Come on now.
Okay, all right. I hear you.
I don't know. I've been cheated on, and then it's like after that, I just can't stop cheating. Like even with my ex now, I cheated on her like twice, 3 times. I don't know, twice. She knows about once, but now I'm glad I cheated on her. It's like an insurance policy. I can't feel too bad.
There's real. You the nigga we talking about. You's a toxic motherfucker.
Everybody's lesson is different, but you'll learn yours eventually. You'll get tired and be like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, listen, bro. You toxic. Sit your ass down somewhere. Learn about the type of woman you want. Stop dating people. Like, you just came on here and was like, hey, yo, I cheated on my girl twice. She only know about that shit one time, though. You know what? And I'm kind of happy I did that shit. My man, what? Yo, listen. Take your time out, bro. Breathe. Get to know yourself. Get to know the type of woman you want. And take your time. Like, you don't have to be out here competing with these bad guys. Shit, you ain't gonna be competing with the good guys. But what you don't need to be doing is having your toxic ass out here dating other women and giving them a bad example of what a man is, because that's what you doing, bro. Like, I'm sorry, like, you know, like, we keep it real in this show. I'm not here to make you comfortable, but the shit you just said was not right, in my opinion. And I'm gonna give Shan her turn to let you know what she thinks from the female perspective. But what I heard was not what you need to be doing as far as being a real man and trying to get yourself into a healthy relationship. What do you think?
All I heard is I'm not ready to be in a relationship, so I'm just out here dogging bitches until I feel like everything is fair.
There you go. Heck, man.
Hey guys, enjoying your show. What do y'all think about porn?
I love
My
porn.
man is addicted to porn and I just don't like it. It's affected our sex life. Need an opinion to see what each of y'all think. Male, female perspective.
Okay.
Thank y'all.
You're welcome. I love porn. I don't watch it every night, but it is educational for me to watch it. You just can't be closed-minded, and you have to be aware of, like, people are out here doing these things. At least know what these things are. I'm not saying that you have to do them, but I think more people need to get comfortable with the fact that people are humans and they explore their bodies, and that is an option. Now, if you watching it while you at work, you watching it on your way to work, you watching it when you come home, you can't go to sleep, and you watch it at 9:15. It has to be 9:15. I have to stop everything. You got a problem, because again, it boils down to self-control.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it does require balance, but if he has an issue and he doesn't see it as an issue, then it is in turn your issue until it's his issue.
Yeah. All right. So there's Shan letting you know her female perspective. Young lady, I'm gonna let you know the male perspective. If your man is obsessed with porn and it is affecting your relationship, you are way too conservative in the bedroom. You ain't doing even half of what this nigga wants you to do. You know what I mean? Like, so what you need to look at is, what type of porn is he watching? Why does he like that so much? What can I do to get his mind off of that porn? And then take it from there. If your man is watching a bunch of anal sex porn, there's the answer to yourself. If your man is watching a bunch of eating the booty porn, there's the answer to yourself. Like, you have to be willing to make these changes now. Like I get it. You said, oh, well, I'm not really into porn like that. That's cool. You don't have to be into porn. It's a subliminal message. You know what I mean? Where he's like, well, my wife is only into missionary and riding in the bedroom, but I want a girl who's going to lick my balls and you know,
Get that gooch.
get that gooch,
Get that gooch.
you know, fucking saliva all over my dick, suck it and choke on it and all that stuff. You know, now if you're doing everything he's watching in the porns and he still don't change and that it don't switch, then you know you might go on to need to move on because your man has an addiction that ain't gonna be fixed. But if he's watching a specific type of porn and looking at you like you get the message, you get the message, and you're like, oh, I'm conservative. I don't really want people knowing we're doing in the bedroom. Listen, the bedroom is an important place for you to satisfy your man and vice versa. You know what I mean? So if he's showing you these signs, try and fix them. If he continues after that to be obsessed with porn and not, you know, worry about what your needs are or fix, you know, getting off of the porn and because you've handled it, then you need to just go on and move on because that man has an addiction.
Maybe if you watch it with him, he might relax.
Yeah, watch it with him, but ask him what he's watching that he's so captivated by.
Yeah.
Why are you so captivated by this type of porn? What is it that I'm not doing that you can't imagine with me that you seeing through these other women on porn sites? You know, go with that and then try to figure out what's going on. But just to sit there and be like, I don't like this. Don't. One thing I'm a firm believer in, when you're in a relationship or you're married, you have now got to be open-minded with your spouse in the bedroom. It can't be this, I'm strict on this. I will not do this. I will not try. This is the one person you have sexually for the rest of your life, legally or technically. You know what I mean? And if that's the person you're not willing to do certain things with, then who the fuck you gonna do them with?
Right.
I mean, this is the person that you have vowed your life to in front of God. And you're like, yeah, but I'm not willing to let you eat my ass. What? It's that person. You know what I mean? Like, come on, yo. Let him eat your ass. That's what you got to do to please them, then do it. But don't stand and be a stuck-up Susie, you know, with your fucking husband. That shit ain't cool.
What you won't do, somebody will.
Oh, please believe there's some nasty hoes out here. Male and female, ready to be like, hey, oh, your woman won't do that to you? Well, I'll do that and then more. Next message.
And I'm not saying that.
Exactly. That's so true. Black girls are talking themselves down when they really shouldn't be doing that. You're speaking the truth, and it's good. You're speaking the truth.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm not saying that whatever people like in porn, you have to do for your sexual partner. But don't shame them for it, because what you shame them for, they're going to do when you ain't around.
Yeah, exactly. Like, at least ask questions and figure out why they're so into that. But do not shame your partner for what they're watching in porno. You know what I mean? Like, that's not going to help your situation at all. Next message.
Yeah, because I think it's better to focus on yourself first than to have to focus on another person while you're trying to focus on yourself.
Right.
I just think you have to take the time to focus on yourself before you can focus about anybody else. Like if you're single, focus on yourself before you get into another relationship. If you just broke up with someone, focus on yourself before you get into another relationship. It's the key to focus on yourself before you focus on someone else.
Yeah, these are facts. Next message.
And like, yeah, I know I said I cheated on her or whatever, but like, I'm 27, right? And I went to rehab because I was an alcoholic. So, you know, me and her been together for 3 years. So I cheated. I did a lot of shit just being drunk and stupid. But when I went to rehab, I went for 6 months. And, you know, I was getting myself together and everything. and she was there for like the first 2 months, and then after that, when I was in the rehab, she was like, you know, she broke up with me. I'm in the rehab working out every day and shit. I'm getting strong. It blew my mind. I'm like, wow, I changed. I did something for myself, and you left me, and I'm trying to, you know, get my life back in order. So that's what fucked my head up the most. That's why I think I was like struggling getting over the shit.
Okay. Well, two things. You're not married. Second is you're in your 20s, and 20s are for fucking up. Not
Yeah.
like fucking up and getting 30 years and behind bars, but like fucking up and learning. And just because you went to rehab doesn't mean she owes you to stay. She owes you to, deal, because she was dealing with a lot before you went to rehab. So it's kind of like you just got to take that on the chin and be like, I understand that I won't get so caught up into any type of substance or influence to where it completely annihilates someone else's feelings to the point where they feel like they can give up on me.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And what the other thing I was going to say is, for you people out there who are getting married so young, please take the time to answer this question. Have you had your whore time yet? And I need, this is male and female. Please understand, everybody needs this opportunity. Have you had time to whore yourself out? Whether they decide to use it or not is on them. But if they've never had it, it's not gonna benefit you later on in life, because these are the questions that will start being asked. Oh man, I was at work today and this Puerto Rican guy came up to me and was like, blah blah blah. This, that, and third. I've never been with a Puerto Rican guy. Oh, I was at work today and this Arabic girl came up to me and was like, oh blah blah blah. This white girl came up to me and was like, blah blah blah. She thinks I'm attractive. I've never been with a white girl. Listen, get your whoring out of your system. Use that time, especially in college or your early 20s, to deal with people you never thought you would deal with and experience things you never thought you would experience. Stop thinking that being conservative and not going out and doing things is going to make you a better person. Because, in all honesty, it's not. Experience is what, and I ain't talking about don't be safe. You can be safe while sleeping with people. You wear condoms. You know what I mean? But like, don't think that for a second you should just be like, oh yeah, I haven't experienced anything, but now I'm ready to commit to this one person for the rest of my life. Because you know what that leads to? Resentment, cheating, infidelity, uh, you know, curiousness about how things work. How does a threesome feel? Like, these are all things, if you can, get out of your system when you're in that part of life. Don't do it when you're in a relationship and married, and then be like, you know what? I'd like to know what a threesome feels like now. You done took the vows. You know what I mean? You done made the promise. Don't come out to your other significant other and be like, hey, you need to suck another woman's pussy because I waited till the wrong time to try this. You know what I mean? Like that's my personal opinion.
Let
Yeah.
me say that I've never had a whole phase.
Oh, you
never had a whole phase, never wanted one. But I have been a hoe for one person for a long time. Okay. And what it taught me was that you don't have to be in 10 relationships to experience and have the wisdom of 10 different people. You can learn to listen to someone who's more seasoned than you. You can learn to take heed from someone, and you can observe other relationships around you and still gain the same gain.
Yep. These are facts.
So,
so but at the end of the day, we can both agree that you need the experience, correct?
yeah, yes.
Yes.
You got to get your heart broken at least one time.
Yes, get
You
your heart.
gotta go ham and be deep in love and think that sun shines out of somebody's ass at least one time. And then once you do that, you're gonna balance yourself out.
Yep, because that's what you need. You need somebody to be like, sunshine don't come out of everybody's ass. You're like, oh shit. You know what I mean? It doesn't. You know what I mean?
Right.
You good after that. Let's get to these messages.
That's right. Some people just want to stay single. Not everyone wants to get into a relationship. Like, don't bash someone that doesn't want to get into a relationship. And don't bash people who are in relationships. It's not healthy for them, and it's not good for them. So don't bash people who are not in relationships. And especially don't bash people who are in relationships, because that's twice the people who they got to think of. So it's just wrong to bash people. So don't bash people if they're in a relationship or not.
Yeah. You're right. Next.
But yeah, I usually don't share all of that. But you know, now I'm like 8 months sober, almost 9 months sober, working and everything. So, you know, I'm thankful for that. That was like the best thing that happened to me in 2020 was getting off that bottle that I should have never been on. You know, it started out as fun and shit, and then I just took it crazy, car accidents, all of that. So 2020, getting sober, that's the best thing that could have happened to me.
Nice.
Congratulations, bro.
I love it.
Yeah, like some of these messages, you know, I know they get a little backed up, but like my mindset now, like I don't plan on meeting anybody else. I'm not trying to date anybody else. I'm not trying to do nothing. Like I really just want to focus on myself and, like you said, figure out what am I looking for. Like if I'm gonna go into any relationship moving forward or whatever, I'm definitely gonna know what I want and things like that.
Yeah.
Go. Do it the smart way, bro.
How can you spot a fake orgasm with a woman?
Oh.
That's all on you.
All right. You ever felt your own heartbeat when you running real fast? If you don't feel no heartbeat and nothing like semi grabbing your dick while you in there, she's not coming. If her toes is not curling and her face is not strange, she's not coming. She's not going anywhere.
Yo.
Okay?
Listen, bro. When you pull your tool up out of her, if the color hasn't changed and there's not a different type of cream on top of it, you don't need to ask if she came or not. Like, it's pretty obvious. Like she said, with all the contractions of the vagina.
Yes.
And I'll tell you this is what I've noticed about women. Look at their eyes, yo. If them eyes ain't rolling into the back of their head, one thing I've noticed is the eye rolling to the back of their head. When a woman's eyes roll to the back of their head, you ain't got to ask shit.
Right. If that shit don't look like it's dilated,
yep.
Nothing happening.
If a woman look up like she's looking to God while she's running, and her eyes disappear, and you just see the whites, my man, you've accomplished something. You ain't even got to ask.
And then when you up out of it and you can't hear it.
Yep. Exactly.
She don't got no shivers.
Yep. Listen, bro. Mission accomplished. Come on now. Next message.
Okay, serious question. Does body count matter? I have my personal opinion on it. I feel like, that shouldn't even come into the question, because when the right person comes into your life, what does the past matter? That's my honest opinion. But then you have guys out here saying like, oh, if it's more than 3 or 5, which, hello, we're not in the 50s here. They're like, oh, it wasn't sent from God with confirmation because she slept with more than 3 guys. Like, come on. Like, grow up. What is your guys' honest thoughts?
I think that pertains to who you're talking to. For me, I already know a man that is actually providing great fucking has hella numbers.
Yeah.
He has hella experience, right? And I never want a man where I gotta teach him how to take care of me. You know what I'm saying? For me as a woman, I've never wanted to try multiple people, to have multiple people know what my pussy feels like, to have that thrill. That's like personal to me. It involves me having good chemistry with people having good energy. I know. Atlanta has a lot of perpetrators when it comes to what a Philly cheesesteak is. But y'all have to go to the right spot. And the right spot is Big Dave's Cheesesteaks, okay? He is top 10 of the sandwiches in the world you're supposed to have in your mouth, okay? And he is right here in the city of Atlanta, Georgia, all right? 2 locations right now. You have the downtown location, which is at 57 Forsyth Street, Northwest Atlanta, 30303. All right. Then you got your Doraville location, which is a little bit north at 6035 Peachtree Road, Atlanta, Georgia, 3360. Open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Sunday. If you have an event and you want to request Dave's food truck, he's there. Yes, he does catering. Derek had an opportunity to change his life and make moves. And as a West Philly native, what up? That 215, I'm paying my respect. Everything is good and he will not disappoint. Go to the shop and give your taste buds what they really want. Get Big Dave's cheesesteaks. Tell him Shan sent you from She Gets It. Peace. And I limit that on purpose because everybody don't deserve that.
Yep.
So I'm not saying a woman with 1,000 men is less than me or could never. Then I don't know her. You know, her pussy might be amazing. I'm just saying for me, I like to limit the people that I share myself with. Does that make me a better person than the next person? No. That makes me me.
Exactly. And that's all people need to be focused on.
Yeah.
Is what makes you you. My personal opinion as a man, it does count for us, but at the end of the day, ain't nobody really gonna tell you the truth. What do you care for? Like, I'm not gonna ask. That's like as a man asking the woman you're dealing with, is this the biggest dick you ever had? Stop asking stupid ass questions. Have had dicks that you can't even come halfway up to. Listen. My question is: did it please you? Did you enjoy yourself? That's it.
That's all that matters.
More. I don't need to. Was I the longest? Was I the biggest? Did I make you come the most? Did it please you? Did you enjoy yourself? Do you know you're good with a woman? And if you're really smart and you know how this works, and you might be well endowed a little bit, if she squirts, hey, you got it, bro. Let me. I'll tell you that straight up. Like if you can make a woman squirt, hey, bro, like you hit the right spot. But all these questions about body count and all that, you're not going to get the truth from either sex. Females ain't going to tell you the truth. Men ain't going to tell you the truth. It's going to be some dumb.
I tell the truth, but I don't feel like it means anything. I just say I just, that's my reality. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. It depends on who it is. It's all on you. Like, why did you choose so many people? Like, why did you? And that's a personal question. I'm not saying for anybody to answer. Why did you choose so few people? What does that say about you? And then what you will find is, depending on how people grew up and what they saw and what they didn't see, will tell you why they chose the partners that they chose.
Exactly. So don't sit there thinking like, oh, well, you know, I only have this amount, so that means this. No, everything means different to somebody else. You know what I mean? To other people's shit. So I don't. People probably need to, in my opinion, to get rid of that question from the fucking.
Look, for instance, if a man came into a job and bought a random woman some lunch, and then you see that random woman get up and start taking her panties off at the desk, you're gonna be like, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah.
how she grew up, when a man does something for you, that's how you repay him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For you, when a man does something like that as a gesture, you just say thank you. So it just depends on who you talk to.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, so, but people don't, hey, you know what I mean? Everybody sees it differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sees it differently. Next message.
Baba booey.
Go to bed.
Yeah, right? Underrated. Next message.
Nothing.
You ain't gonna say nothing? Okay. Next message.
What is the bad guy but a good guy? And what is the good guy but a bad guy? It's all the same. One can't exist without the other. It's who we choose to be our lovers.
Okay.
You know?
Snap, snap,
know.
snap.
I'm more of a good guy mixed with a bad guy. I step outside of the small fry, more like a thoroughbred instead of a loaf of bread. I don't know. Good guy, bad guy. I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, well, greatness, we see you in neither. You're a fucking rapper. So I guess that's where we are with you, my man. Like we figured that out. Next message.
In regards to body counts, I think I would ask my partner how many people they've been with eventually, if not at the very beginning of the relationship, for multiple reasons. The main one, to see how long they've been at that stage, like how long they've been prepared for a serious relationship. Also, to see how they respond to the answer in general. Like if they're lying, and I know for a fact that they're lying, that's a red flag immediately. Because why would you lie about something like that? Like, why would you lie at all? Especially for me. Like that's a huge red flag.
Listen, I'm 33. So the man that I probably talk to is probably gonna be like 39, between 44, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about to ask no 40-year-old what his body count is. I'm just not. I'm going to observe you over time and just know, like, you know what the fuck you're doing. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Like, yo, if your experience doesn't show me that you know what you're doing, then I'm gonna assume your body count probably shouldn't be high. You know what I mean? If it is, what the fuck were you doing?
Yeah.
With a high body count and not learning nothing. So, you know what I mean? Like, as you look at it, I always personally, I just don't think body count's important once you've learned if the person is, as far as STDs and all that, safe for you. You know what I mean? Hey, they did what they did in their past. You know what I mean? Y'all clean and y'all got the green light to go on one another. Let's keep it moving and keep it straight. But like, as far as how many you did, I just truly don't think either sex is gonna give a real answer. Because shit, I don't even remember how many people I've had sex with at this point. You know what I mean? Like
men are not counting that.
Yeah, we definitely not counting it. You know what I mean? Like women may count and keep it up, but men are just like, hey, I keep it moving, I do what I do. You know what I mean? And that's it. So, but if that's important to you, that's important to you. Next message.
Okay, and with body count comes with, do you guys believe in what they call pretty privilege?
Yes.
Where pretty women have an advantage to not just like getting a job interview and like all these things. There's a whole spectrum of this shit, right?
Yeah.
But do you believe in like pretty privilege? Like you just, if you had it like that because you were so pretty and you're fucking like who you want and exploring, like would you do it if you got the looks? Like, does that exist, pretty privilege?
Pretty privilege does exist.
Yeah.
Who know it exists and they use it. I raised 2 daughters who are beautiful, that I know if I was the typical mom where I was like, I'm going to put my daughters in modeling to do it, but I don't want them to grow up and assume that all they have to do is be a pretty face.
Yeah.
So I refuse to do it. And but that is an avenue that people have, men and women, and they can use it if they choose. Some people use it the right way, some people don't use it, and that's fine too. It just depends on what you want to do. But the reality is, jobs today are asking for your profile picture and your resume. You can walk into a job and you can walk into a store and say, hey, are you hiring? They say, no, we are not. And then the next person could walk right in behind you and look completely different and say, are you hiring? They say, yes, we are, for such and such for and this. Listen, it's real.
And we didn't invent this. This is just how life works. Like, beauty's the thing, man. Like, beauty is a thing. It doesn't hurt you to be an attractive person. You know what I mean? It's not your fault if you're attractive, but you know, some people also know how to use that shit to their advantage, and don't sit there and hide it. You know, I don't think you should. It's a disadvantage in dating at all. It is an advantage, like especially if you're a first night person, where you're like, I want to convince somebody to have sex with me on the first night. If you have the looks, you're probably, on the male perspective, you're going to be able to do that first night. Now, women, you know, women have their standards as far as when it comes to sex on the first night. I feel like most men are just willing to do it if they get offered it, and they feel lucky that they were even offered. But no matter how good or bad looking they are, but I know women are like, oh, sometimes Steve Harvey said 90 days. Or
Steve Harvey's been married 4 times.
Exactly. That's the thing a lot of women don't notice. Like, Steve Harvey don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. You know what I mean? Like, I get it, where he's like, treat it like a job. You wouldn't give it up. And I'm like, but you're not taking into perspective the fact that some adults just have really good chemistry and vibes with each other, and shit happens consensually. Yeah. It's not like that woman or man came out the house and I was like, I'm gonna get some pussy or dick tonight. It just, you know, the night went well. Y'all went out, had drinks. The conversation was great. Y'all happen to be very attracted to one another, and one of you or both of y'all had a place you go back to, and things happen. It doesn't mean a relationship will not pursue that's successful. It just means like, all right, that might have happened sooner than expected, but let's go on and continue to pursue this. You know what I mean? Like, Steve Harvey almost made it as like, if you have sex and within 90 days, the person's going to quit the job and leave you. I'm like, no, that's not what that means. You know what I mean? So let's stop acting like that's how that works, because that's not the situation. But I'll go on to the next message.
My wife flips out every time I grab her phone. I don't flip out when she grabs mine. Should I be thinking suspect? Your thoughts?
I'm gonna let you go on with this one first, because I don't want to give my bad news.
You can think what you want to think, first of all, but if you're asking the question, you already know what you think. You know your wife better than I do. But as a woman, when my brothers would grab my diary, I was mad, and I was super, super fast about snatching it back because I didn't want them to read it. And as a woman, I would assume if my husband grabbed my phone and there was no password on it, there's something in there I wouldn't want him to read. And that's something to say.
Yep. So, kind of what you got to ask yourself is like, well, what is going on in this phone that my wife is so obsessed or not wanting me to see? You know what I mean? I don't want to be the bad news bears, but it's kind of like, hey, bro, like, put yourself, switch shoes. Put them shoes on your foot. And be like, well, if I was taking my phone away every time my wife grabbed it, it's probably because some hoes is talking to me in some crazy type of way.
It ain't even bad news. It's the news.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, it is just the news. So
you know, you could be halfway into not making a bad investment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all could be about to get married and not know enough about one another, so you need to go on and yeah, I will look into that. And you know what? Do your due diligence and be emotionally honest, and be like, hey, I would like to know how come every time I grab your phone, you go buck wild, and when you grab my phone, I don't respond like that. Is there something in there that you're not telling me about?
I
And
wouldn't even
ask that question because the answer is not going to be honest. So
that's why I wouldn't do it. Don't say nothing. Just wait until the next moment where she's slipping, and then check.
Yeah, because you know what? Check yourself, but make sure you got a box of Kleenex next to you because I'm pretty sure Gold C is not gonna make you happy, brother. I can tell you that right. Next message.
And another thing about this pretty privilege thing that I'm bringing up is like sometimes it's not greener on the other side of the grass because you get all these men coming to you for your looks, but you don't really know if they want to be with you serious because at the end of the day they'll go 3 months. Steve Harvey said wait 3 months, right? Whatever the fuck you want to wait for. You don't know if you're going to be taken serious because at the end of the day, like if they want to fuck you, like they're going to fuck you, and if that's all they want, that's all they want. So sometimes it's like you don't want people to see just beauty. It's like, bitch, I got the brains, I got the money and all this other stuff, but like can you like see me for that, right? And they come at you for beauty, and it's what are your thoughts on
that? Don't be with the people that's just there because of what you like.
Yeah. The message basically, if somebody's only focused on I'm with you because of this, you look like your ass is great, your chest is great, you're the size I want, that's a red flag. Like, you should definitely, people should want to know you for your intellect, and, what you can talk about, what you do on an intelligent basis as far as work or knowing life, things like that. Instead of just being like, no, your ass is fat and you got nice perky breasts, so I'm cool with that. Like, you got to set a standard for yourself for what you will and won't accept. And if that's something that you're like, hey, I know my body's great, but what I won't accept is a man that only accepts me because my body is great, then we don't have this conversation. You know what I mean? Next message.
But honestly, what's a realistic number? Let's cap it off with age group.
Oh,
like
boy.
From 19 to 25, what's a good number? From 25 to 35, what would be? Well, you say it's a double standard for men and women. Well, let's cap it off at age group. And what's normal and what's saying that? Hold on, slow down.
If your girl's giving you a hard time by asking the question, it's probably not a question you should ask. Come on, bro. Like, I get it. You want to know the number. I'm going to put the next message if you continue. But at the end of the day, I really don't feel like people are going to be 100% transparent. You know what I mean? And it's not a good question.
What's the goal, though?
Yeah, exactly. Like, so, okay. So, here, how about I ask you this? You are you out with an extremely attractive chick. This bitch better than the motherfucker. Perfect body, perky breast, fat ass, beautiful face, whatever skin tone you like, great conversation, all that. Your ass gonna be like, hey, everything's perfect tonight. I didn't even know how many niggas you fucked in your past. And what if she goes, oh, from what I can remember, like 70. Are you then not going to take her home and break her back if she offers it to you, or date her and see where things go? Because she said 70. You know what I mean? She didn't describe in detail what those 70 bodies were like. And I feel like that only should count if you are dating a former porn star. You know what I mean? Like, then ask them how many bodies they got and where you can review their movies at, which is going to turn you out to the point where you don't want to date them anymore. So, but asking normal people this question, I just don't see the benefit. Like, what are we getting out of this? What do you think, Chad?
How many people nutted on your face? What about here? Like, who cares?
Like, oh, well, you know, nut on my face. There was 2008 was a crazy year. Woo, I had a lot of nut on my face that year. Now, you hearing that? Is it gonna make you more comfortable with wifing her up? No, it's not. If anything, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage because now you don't love her no more. You know what I mean? Like, just stop these questions you're asking. You just don't need to know. It's not. You don't need to know the shit, to be honest. Like, you just don't need to know it. That's in our professional opinion over here. Let's get to these. I don't know how the messages are going up as we're trying to get rid of these. God damn! Like, I'm like, wait, when did we get to this shit? All right, we're getting back to messages.
Oh,
no. Next.
Mainly the women. They know exactly how to use it to their advantage.
Yeah.
People seem to call like while they're in the middle of clubs and like just wanted to put a comment in. All right.
Women do not have standards, especially sex on the first night.
Whoa!
Do have standards.
Whoa!
Men have like too. What does that mean?
Yeah, that was a kind of far out statement there, brother. You got to explain that.
My friend Jason Moran 78, you're being cheated on. Let me just tell you.
Damn.
A woman has nothing to hide when she's in love with you.
Yeah.
Better believe that, because if my girl ever, I grab her phone, she's like, "Oh, let me see that." I mean, what you mean? Let me see that? Like, I ain't cool with that shit. Nah, F out of here. That's crazy. Sorry for the hard news, bro.
We've been together since 8th grade. Been married 25 years. 29 total.
Do your research.
Am I overreacting with the phone?
No, you're not. But once you find out what you don't know, what are you going to do? Think about that.
And sir, whatever you decide to do once you find out should be peaceful and done in a way where you talk about it like two consenting adults where nobody gets hurt. I just want to throw that out there. Make sure we all on the same page, because I don't want no lawsuits coming from this damn app.
She gets it, Pod.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Both of you, thank you for the
You're
advice. I realize I overreacted.
You did not overreact.
No, you didn't overreact. We just couldn't get your comment time, brother. You didn't overreact.
Not overreacting. You're being human, but she's hiding something. Hopefully, it's for your anniversary or your birthday.
Yes, please. But please also do not overreact when you find out what it is that she's hiding. Just want to throw that out there as well, brother. Be calm, be cool, collective. If you don't like what you see, feel free to just move on and meet somebody new and start anew. In a peaceful, non-violent manner, my friend. Thank you to all the listeners.
You can't act like that doesn't say something, though. I mean, the past is the past, or would be the past, but we can't act like, it doesn't say something. Yeah, no?
It does say something, but does it dictate who they are in front of you at that moment?
Exactly. Exactly, bro. Like, just because we all, especially, just put yourself in them shoes, man. You was whoring at one point as a man. Do you think that no woman should ever give you a chance and date you because you was fucking everything left and right, possibly in college or at the end of high school? No. You've grown from that. You might know how to be faithful. You know how to be in a monogamous relationship, and you don't want to be judged in such a way. So why would we do that to women? You know what I mean? Now, especially if you know what type of woman you're dealing with or coming after. Um, Porn stars is a different situation, but like as far as if it's a regular person, you can't treat them like that. Just be like, yo, you regular like I'm regular, and fuck it, don't even ask the question. Just talk about other shit that's more important than how many bodies you got. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Fuck all that.
I swear, stop asking that question about body count because it don't really matter. You can lose your virginity and catch an STD on that first night, and no one's gonna want to be with you. And then you can find the one, and you fall in love with her, and you're like, oh my god, I waited so long, and for you to come by, and you find out she has 20 on her, and you're gonna drop her? No, you're gonna drop her to go back with your ex baby mama when you found a gem. You finally found the one? No, like get that question out. I can't stand that. It don't even matter.
Yep. Lupita gets it. She understands.
Is it okay if I like to finger guys? I like.
No, that's between you and the Lord, my man.
And your
parents. Damn, not that. Now, when you look at it, like how many people that nutted in your face, now that's like, hold up, wait a minute. You're right. Let's keep those skeletons in the closet, and they bet not speak, and a bone bet not fall out your mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, bro.
Well, if you've been with her since the 8th grade, oh man, she's tired of that shit. she tired of it. I don't know. I can't say that I would blame you or her. 8th grade? Whoa. Call that commitment. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, greatness, calm down, man. We need everything to go smoothly from that transaction, man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Hi, this is Miss Bobby here. Nice to hear you guys on the show. It's first time being here on you guys' show here. But I just wanted to say for the guy who's literally just said that women don't have standards, for someone to actually say that, do you have any? I mean, because what is something that, if I was that person and I literally said that men don't have any standards, what is about me that I need to check on for me to even be triggered to say that?
Yeah. Yeah, these are facts. These are definitely facts.
Well, what mama don't know won't hurt her.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
what he up to?
This is Mike. I saw text about how may I help?
Nope. Fuck out of here, boy.
And to that Jason guy, if you're listening to this, you are not overreacting. It's actually God or universe, whatever you want to call it, putting a signal in your way, putting a test on you, saying, is he going to fall for it this time? And if you allow it, you allow it. And guess who she's going to stick around and keep having on the side? You. It's just the truth. I'm telling you, that's how women work. Well, at least that type of woman. I mean, hard news, but there's someone... You're worth more, and I would look into it, and if there's full-on proof that there's cheating, talk to the woman, get an honest opinion, and either she will apologize from ego or from heart. If it's apologizing from heart and there's change, then she wants you. If not, then get out of there. It's not worth it.
Yeah. So we got a lot of women on this show, so I guess with that situation, whoever knows about the situation we're talking about, would, as a female, if you were the one doing the dirt and he confronted you about it, would y'all confess? Or would you be like, fuck are you talking about? Get out of my face. Let's move in, blah, blah, blah. Just a quick question to throw in there while we're going through these messages to the women who know the topic we're talking about.
So my wife stepped out 3 years ago on me. And a lot of it was my fault too. I take my responsibility. How long does it take a person to get over a spouse cheating?
Depends on you.
Oh.
Everybody's telling me, get over it. Move on. just don't understand. It doesn't work like that.
That depends on you.
Yeah, man. And honestly, shit. Unless now this is coming from the guy perspective. Unless you truly understand how you were at fault into her cheating, and you feel like you do truly accept that, you're never gonna get over it. Because if you don't really feel like you were at fault for that, you might as well go on and let this shit go. Because I know as the male ego works, that's some shit we don't like happening to us. We're usually the ones that are doing the cheating and not the ones being cheated on. And if we are being cheated on, we usually hopefully don't know it. But if you're saying, yeah, I know it, and I've seen how this works, and it was between me and my ex, and you don't really accept the fact that you were helping be responsible for her cheating, then you can forget about it, bro. You know, what do you think, Shane?
Yeah, if her excuse is because you cheated, I'm hurt, that's why I cheated, it's done. Because we gonna keep doing this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the trust ain't gonna be able to be rebuilt. It's just not. Like I know how men think. The way we function is like, oh man, well, when she's going out tonight, is she going out what she said she is? Is she gonna, is she meeting up with some guys? Is he fucking her good? Blah blah blah. Like you don't want to have to live your life like that, bro. You know what I mean? So if y'all are at a point where that's the question you're consistently asking yourself, you're really trying to figure out if she's being faithful to you, I would, have a real talk with her, chop it up as a loss. I understand it's been since 8th grade. Shit ends sometimes, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And unfortunately, you have to go with that, But to save yourself from heartbreak and any potential violence in the future, not even trying to be funny, I would literally be like, I would like to have a real conversation with you as to what's going on with us and where we're headed and what has happened in our past. Because if I can't find some kind of closure or real answer to this, I'm always gonna be looking around the corner and I'm gonna be uptight about it, and our relationship is only gonna get worse.
Yeah.
I mean, anything you want to add in there, Shan?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Next message. Damn, we done went up again.
I'm not having those conversations with my old lady. This arises from hearing you guys talk. I'm bigger than that. Straight grown man. You feel me? Absolutely.
Bro, I
Hey, God damn, that guy put it real swift on me.
Hello, I just stumbled onto this, so I hope it's not too much of a question, but I see the hashtag relationship advice, and the particularly prompt at the top says good guy versus bad guy. So just as a general question, what is the distinction in your minds, at least, between a relationship that's not working and that's not meant to be versus a relationship that's not working and should be fought for?
That's a good question.
It is. A relationship that's not working and should be fought for shouldn't even be a fight because both of y'all should want it to work. It should be a discussion, a constant discussion, a communication that's happening that works for both people. And when you see improvements based upon what was talked about and also put into action, that's when you know it's worth it. When you keep talking and shit keeps revolving but not going anywhere, that's when you know you need to leave it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in agreement with Shan. As far as that what you're asking about basically in a relationship, depending on what y'all have going on, it might even require therapy. And if you're at that point and you're willing to work on it with each other, then yeah, you should keep going and keep the relationship moving and developing. But if you know in your mind and heart, you're like, I'm done with this shit, I'm done with this person, don't waste your time. because you'll just be pretending to be something you're not and pretending to love someone that you don't love anymore. You know what I mean? So if you genuinely cannot say, yes, no, I'm willing to work this out with you. I want to put in the time. Maybe we should get therapy. Maybe we should find a better way of communicating with each other. Yada yada yada. If you can't say that, then it's time for you to go on and break it up, and you both to move on because
Break it up. Break it up.
yep, because you don't want to keep wasting each other's time if that's not really how you're feeling. You know what I mean? Hope that answered your question. Next message.
Once a cheater, always a cheater. What's your thoughts on that? Do you believe that?
Man, Jason, I'm about to not answer any more of your questions, but I saw in the disclaimer.
Personally, when somebody finds the balls to mislead me and not tell the truth, there's nothing you could do to redeem that. It's done. But I'm not saying you can't change and that not be it anymore. I'm saying I can't give you the chance to change and that not be it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, she's right, man. Like you said, once cheater, always cheater. If you believe that, then don't date anybody who cheats on you. Because you're not gonna believe that they ever. And I know me personally. The way I am is this: if you cheat on me, if I decide to give you a second chance, I'm always gonna be looking over corners and always second guessing everything you say, so it won't be worth it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just gonna make my life more miserable, your life more miserable. So I'm just kind of gonna be like, nah, let's just cut our losses early, kick rocks, keep it moving. You already did it once. I don't believe you're not gonna do it again, no matter how sincere they are, and that's it. So I personally would do that. But if you think differently, you go on with that. But like I said earlier in this show, as the great Maya Angelou once said, when somebody shows you who they are, please believe them. You know what I mean? So Maya Angelou is in my impersonation isn't the best, but that's what she kind of sounded like. So that's what I give you, Jason, as far as that. Every time I look down, we are getting more messages. So I'm gonna go back to this and get this done. Hold on. Next message.
So you just asked the question about women cheating, and earlier I had mentioned that it's good to cheat at least once, and this is a good conversation to have. I recommend you cheat at least once so that you know what it looks like on the other side, right? And I soon discovered about myself I couldn't do it. I was just sleeping with anxiety, and I couldn't do it. So personally, I think it's easier for men to cover cheating, but for women, it's not as easy. We're emotional. It's just true. Some women, I could tell you, I got female friends that they lie left and right, and they got 3 boyfriends at once.
Yes.
It don't matter if you're a man or a woman. If you want to cheat, you're going to cheat. And it's either for you or not for you, and it ain't my life.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
If you're gonna cheat, it's almost like, yo, then what's the point in forcing relationships?
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? Like if that's how you are, yourself, just be like, no, I'm more of the open relationship type, or I'm the more remaining single type. Like, stop forcing people to be in relationships with you just to cheat on them and disappoint them. There's no need for that. You know what I mean? You're wasting your own time, and you're asking yourself to have more drama in your life than what's necessary. You know what I mean? So just don't do it. Just be like, hey, I know what my standards are. I know what I'm looking for right now, and to be monogamous is not what I want. I want my freedom. I don't want to be told that I cannot have what I want when I want it and where I want it. And that's it, because being in a relationship is essentially that. You know what I mean? So get back to these messages.
Bruh, if she cheated once, she'll cheat again, and you will never look at her the same anyway. You'll never trust her again. She broke your trust. She betrayed you. So keep your dignity and your self-respect and love yourself enough to get out of that and move forward.
Yep. These are statements that have been made.
Because I saved too much money. Because I watched too much TV. That was the reason why
Oh my God, that is not a
she
reason.
stepped out.
Hold on. Yo. Shan, come on, man. What the So you're telling me your woman stepped out on you because you saved too much money and you watched too much. Yo, I'm about to sign this disclaimer, Jason. You not gonna catch me up in this bullshit, yo. I'm to sign a disclaimer.
Stop
You
playing.
won't be trying to sue me later on after this shit. Please, Shan, please say something to this brother, please.
I don't know what to
Jesus
say.
Christ.
That is not a reason. Okay, that is an excuse.
A terrible excuse at that. Oh, your credit score is too high and you've got too much money in the bank. I have to cheat on you. I'm like, what?
You are a nice guy.
Yeah. You're not a good guy. You're a nice guy. See, hey, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. We come full circle. What we talked about all day today. The difference between a good and a nice guy. Unfortunately, Jason is the nice guy. And this is what happened to nice guys. Women catch you on your shit, and then they feel like, oh, I'm going to start doing bullshit for minuscule reasons. So he has too much money in the bank, and his credit is too good, so I have to cheat on him. I have never heard either of those excuses from a woman's mouth.
Right.
As to why she cheated on her man. Yeah, he was just too rich. I couldn't. Man, this motherfucker had so much money. I was like, I gotta cheat on you. I've never heard.
Into the nearest direction of bums are us.
Yes, please. I need homeless and broke. I do not need this wealthy ass motherfucker trying to take care of me. Oh, Jason, please. Please, just tell me something better than that next time, man. Please. Next message.
Sure. Well, I mean, I feel like it depends on the relationship. So in this case, he's married, and I would honestly, if I'm married and I'm having some stuff going on in my phone where I shouldn't be, I would. You know what? I would honestly say I would tell the truth. I would tell the truth. I will confess and be like, hey, this is what's going on, blah, 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 blah. I mean, because I got caught. I mean, it is what it is. Let's move on from it. What can we do about it, right? You know? But, I mean, I feel like everybody's situation is so different. But if I wasn't in a committed relationship, why do I need to explain myself?
I mean, that's a good question. If you're not committed, you don't need to explain yourself.
He's married, so
yeah, you're married. You definitely sure as hell better explain yourself when you're married. But if you're just dating somebody, hell no. Where will I go? It is what it is. You know what I mean? Next message.
Man, once that vagina been compromised, brother. Oh no. That thing compromised. Nah.
Jason, Zay Israel is a veteran in this game and understands. I can't have you listening to people like him talking about their experiences because it's gonna make you feel really bad. So let's just take what Zay Israel is saying with a pinch of salt, as they say. Next message.
Hey, to bro, I apologize if it appears that I'm making light of your situation, you know, because I know that emotion is real. But to be honest, you have to come to grips with you. Your happiness starts with you, bro. You've been in that relationship since the 8th grade, and if any infidelity has happened, then that speaks to the lack of the value of the relationship or the lack of something in the relationship. You know, and like a bro just told you that if you've done anything in a relationship to cause that, then you take personal accountability and rectify the situation. But if you haven't, man, that's just time taking its course. You feel me? Might be something else out there for you. Believe that. Just keep your head up and understand that you the prize. You know? Peace, bro. Keep your head up, and I wish you well.
Good job, greatness. That was some positive energy being sent his way. Good job. I appreciate that message.
Oh, and Usher has a good song out, by the way, for that. You gotta let it burn. Look up Usher, Let It Burn. And then you'll kind of feel a little bit better. He walked me through some stuff in my life with that Let It Burn. So I know if it worked for me, it could potentially work for you. Check into that.
Look, Jason, don't follow anything Usher tells you to do. This has been one of the biggest horrors of the industry. We can't trust this nigga. Focus on what we talk about, not Usher. Like, good God.
Oh my God.
Hey guys, what is up? My name is Falcon, and today we're gonna be talking about.
Don't you try it. Don't you try it.
Absolutely. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Because what's in you, guess what? Gonna come out of you. And you can't make excuses. Period. And we can't make excuses.
For what it's worth, I really appreciate the thoughtful answer. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to answer that way. I think it gave me some clarity.
Yes.
Nice. Now we can help.
Lupita, the hell are you talking about? You tried to cheat, then you had anxiety. What? Where they do that at?
Oh Lord. Next.
Well, somebody need to let Megan Thee Stallion know that cheating ain't cool.
What is happening?
Oh, that's a whole nother show, bro. This Megan Thee Stallion situation.
What happened?
It's just okay. Somebody had to talk about this earlier this week that I was in, and there's this thing where a lot of women think that Megan Thee Stallion is a good role model for relationships, and that she's a strong black woman, and men can't handle her, and blah blah blah. The reality is, Megan Thee Stallion is toxic and gets in toxic relationships. She needs to sit her ass down, as I said earlier. Find out what's going on with her and what she needs and what she wants from a man, and stop dealing with these fuck niggas. And I'm not even talking about Tory Lanez. Now she got a whole situation now with Party Fontaine or whatever, Partisan Fontaine, whatever that nigga name is. And he was breaking down doors trying to get into her house or her friend's apartment. Some shit. Like, at the end of the day, you can't keep pushing off toxic relationships as, oh, she date crazy niggas. No. She toxic, she date toxic motherfuckers. That's what it is. We're not giving her a pass because she's popping right now. We're not giving Cardi B a pass because she's popping right now. Toxic people tend to stay with toxic people and do toxic bullshit. That's the reality. Now, Megan Thee Stallion can still be your favorite artist. It don't mean she not toxic, homie. Like, I'm just putting that newsflash out there for y'all. Megan Thee Stallion, she young. She's young. Look, she got a lot of shit going on. This is a whole new life experience for her. Rich niggas, rich rappers, being able to run into these dudes, and they've all promised her the world. They all living these crazy, rich, wealthy lifestyles, and she got a big button bouncing all over the place, and she the most popping female out right now. So, what you expect? You know what I mean? Like, but stop this whole Megan Thee Stallion's healthy. It's the nigga she's dating. No, that shit work two ways. It don't just work one way. You know what I mean? What do you think about that, Shane? Because I want to hear a female perspective on that.
We have to stop comparing what celebrities do with the reach that they got with what regular 9-to-5 people, pandemic people, unemployed people, but ain't getting unemployment people do. Okay. She likes that shit. Her punani was probably the wettest when he was breaking down the door.
Exactly, because they were like, oh, she be making excuses for these lame ass people, like she's not making excuses for them. That's the nigga she loves.
Yeah.
That's what she doing. She protecting the nigga she loves. She not making excuses. It's just what Cardi B does. Oh, Offset cheated on me this time because the bitch put a gun to his dick and said, fuck me, and he had to do it. Shut up. Shut up. No, she fucking didn't. You like dating toxic niggas. You're a toxic woman. And that's it. And there's no reason. And first of all, females and men, start looking at the fucking age demographic of the people you look up to. If you are fucking 35, why the fuck is Megan Thee Stallion your fucking role model? Why is Cardi B your role model? Why is Selena Gomez your role model? These bitches ain't half your age. They got money. They're your role model, but you don't give a fuck about how they living their life and how it's influencing you in a terrible way. Boy, my blood pressure getting high. Gotta get back these messages because they keep piling back up. Next message.
Hello. How you doing?
Sorry.
What doing?
Nope. Why are so many underage niggas up at this time of night?
That saved too much money was translated into you never did anything for her. You kept all the money for yourself, and all you did was sit around the house and watch TV and didn't take her out. You know, women want to be cute. They want to get together and go out and explore. And if you just sitting around watching old episodes of Columbo, they ain't going for that, bro. You got to get them out.
Yeah, you have to be adventurous. You gotta get out the house. That's a fact.
Bro, you got me dying laughing.
Next business.
It sounds like your wife is just kind of at a point where she's looking for someone to spend more money on her and to spend more time with her or maybe away from her. Definitely she wants more money to be spent on her or for her whatever she wants to do. Like, that's like the only reason I can think of for someone to be like against someone saving money is if they want it spent on themselves or for what they want.
Hey, Jason, by the way, I don't know how old you are, bro, but, you know, that hot girl summer done sparked off a cold winter.
Hot girl summer, that's funny.
You know what's crazy? I think I am the problem.
Well, see, sometimes realization comes from talking it out.
And now you just messed up with me with that statement. Like, just because somebody got money that they are better or they're hold to a different standard. Come on now, that's crazy. Well, then you didn't fell for the whim wham. You didn't fell for the okie doke. You bamboozled. You are hoodwinked.
Shut the fuck up, ho.
Oh my goodness. Children.
I love everything that you said about Meg Thee Stallion. Everything you said with passion. And you know why? Because it's the fucking truth. Everything you said about Meg Thee Stallion. And you know what's funny? I actually like her. The thing that sucks is that these people that are shitty, like Mike Sherm, his music, it's popping. It's, you know, he talks about beating women and all this. And it's shitty music, but people listen to it. Meg Thee Stallion. It's like, you know, it's shitty music, but we listen to it. And the shitty thing is that they are influencers. They influence millions of people that listen to their music. And I think, you know, there's good and there's bad. I like Meg Thee Stallion because it brings like this hot girl summer vibe, right? Where men are telling women like, you can't be a hoe, you have to do this, that. No, it's okay to have a hot girl summer out here, you know, until someone proves you otherwise. And
Basically, next message.
you know what? That whole conversation that you had that had your blood pressure going out the roof with Meg Thee Stallion, everything you said was truth. It's facts. I agree with you. And somebody had to say it. And you know what? It sucks that these big artists like that, they're influencers. They influence millions of people that listen to their music, right? And sometimes they rap about the very things we're against. And, you know, these are words. These are like manifestations that you're singing out with passion. So people soon begin to believe that these things are okay, like it's in our subconscious minds that it's okay to be this way. But, you know, with that, I also like the female rapper. I like Meg Thee Stallion and some of the things that, you know, the vibe that she brings, you know, when you're with your girlfriends out and it's a hot girl summer out here. I think what it means to be, you know, a hot girl summer is simply like,
I'll finish his message.
Yeah, I was listening to like that hot girl summer shit and like what y'all listening to, but you know, sometimes us women we're sacred. We're the ones that give life, and men are, you know, external. We're internal. So us women being internal, it's like we have a boundary. You know what I'm saying? And I realized that when I went through mad shit with my boyfriend. So I just wanted to like get the difference out there for everybody to know, like, us women, we're internal, men are external. So it's like men can do it all day, and us women, we do it. We're a fucking whore. You know what I'm saying?
We have to remember that the goal cannot be everybody needs to look up to this 20-something-year-old's life. She is in her 20s. She is a Megan Thee Stallion is a child. Okay, she just has a lot of money now, and I'm not gonna sit here and be like she doesn't have flow. She has flow, but what does she rap about? The same shit that men rap about when it comes to the opposite sex, but it's a lot of spotlight because she is a woman doing it, and can't nobody be like, she can't say that thing. She ain't even got no ass. She got hella ass.
Tons of ass.
She can't say those things. She ain't even got no hair. She bald as shit. She got nice natural hair. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just a mind fuck for a lot of males. And I think with all the opportunity that women have where they can do it by themselves and they really don't need a man, it really makes a lot of people uncomfortable that she has the ability to have so much power and say these things. But again, even though I appreciate the fact that she has her flow and her thing and she doesn't sugarcoat shit, I don't have a Meg Thee Stallion song in my phone. I don't play her music. I never bought an album. I don't dance to her music, but I know she exists. So I ain't worried about people that I don't really, you know, check in on. So that shit don't bother me.
Exactly. But she's having an influence out here on the dating game and how women in our age demographic are looking up to her, which is ridiculous. Like I said, you know, you have to look at the age range that you're aspiring to be. You can't put relationship goals on early 20-year-olds fucking relationships and you in your mid-30s about to be 40. Well, I'm like, oh yeah, Cardi B and Offset, this is what I want. I'm like, yo, no, that ain't what you want. That's what you should be aspired to be. Like, Cardi B can make these mistakes because she, one, doesn't give a fuck apparently, and two, she got millions of dollars in the bank and keep wasting her time. Us regular ass people,
right,
making a normal ass living cannot afford to keep dating the wrong person that's going to mistreat us or cheat on us all the time and disrespect us. We can't afford to do that. Cardi B, yes. You, Cardi C, no. You can't afford to do that. So stop doing it. and start paying attention to the age range of people that you're saying are your relationship mentors, and they shouldn't. You know what I mean?
After she did that, our relationship changed for the better. We've opened up sexually. We talk more. We're going to marriage counseling. It's just mainly my dumbass. Always paranoid. But it's been 3 years and I'm trying to get over it. I'm getting better. But I refuse to throw away 25 years with this good woman that made one mistake. Anyway, thank you guys.
You're welcome.
I will be tuning in to you guys. God bless.
All right. I still feel uneasy about him, but like,
I think he knows what he needs to do, and I trust that he's gonna do what he needs to do when he's ready.
yeah, because he's defending it as if he does know.
Yes.
You know, well, I also know what I did wrong, and I'm like, okay, well, if you do, you don't have to complain to us. You know, you just go on and fix what you did wrong.
Again, what that tells me is even if he saw otherwise, where he would have to make a decision, I already know what the decision would be. So,
yeah,
I trust that he's gonna make the decision that he needs to make when he's ready.
Yeah, he's going to be forced to eventually, because from they seem to be saying that shit's on the rocks, where the decision has to be made ASAP. So let's hope that the right decision gets made and everything works out nice and peacefully. Next message.
What's her name? Lola said women are internal and this and that. It's just that women are emotional, men are logical. Women do things based off feelings. I can tell a woman, like, yo, don't go down there, it's a fire. And she'll be like, but I feel like, and then she come back on fire because she didn't use logic. She used emotion.
I hear you, bro.
You know, another hot girl summer coming up. So all us single men need to take advantage. We actually need to thank Meg in some ways.
Listen, don't be walking around here with
Jason Statham. But no, seriously, listen. I wish you the best, bro. That's all I can say.
I think that's all we can do, everybody. Wishing the best. You know what I mean?
Jason, I feel like it's a matter of you need to see the bigger picture and step outside of your reality. Sometimes it's in between taking the blindfold off and realizing, like, okay, one too many, like, is it consecutively like this is happening? Because at that point it's like, take the blindfold off. Or evaluate yourself and realize maybe it's an insecurity that you have because of a really hard situation you had to get through with her. You got to analyze that.
These are facts. I think, like we said, I think Jason knows what he needs to do. You know, I'm hoping he does. At least at this point, it seems like we've given him enough advice. People on stereo have given him advice, and hopefully he's gonna, make the right decision that progresses his relationship along the right direction, or even, God forbid, if it happens, has to end it. But to make sure that they're both healthy and not dealing with, a toxic situation. What do you think over there, Shan?
Same
thing. All right, perfect. So, y'all, it's been a great evening. We got a lot of listeners on here. I'm a type bit elderly, and I'm sleepy. You know, Peter. I don't know if Shannon's wide awake over there.
I had coffee.
Oh, so she had some coffee. I haven't had any of that. I'm just keep looking at my bed and thinking that might be nice. You know, that bed's looking all right over there. So, listen, real. I don't know, Shannon, if you have any more questions or statements you would like to make before closing out with the audience tonight. Once again, we had a thorough discussion of good guy versus bad guys, pros and cons. We've been here since the beginning. We went over basically all aspects of that. We definitely have enjoyed the conversation that people have brought and given us their opinion and their experiences as well, dealing with good and bad people, bad guys or females. And this is no judgment zone. So that's what we do here. We bring content, controversy. Make sure you follow myself and She Gets It pod for more talks and discussions like this, because they will be coming up in the near future. And we will be waiting to hear your feedback and responding to it in the way where we can be beneficial and help progress in your life. So before we close out, like I said, Shannon, you have anything you want to say to the people?
Yes. I think there's nothing wrong with being a good guy. There's nothing wrong with learning as you go. And if you feel like you're a bad guy, at least you know that you're aware of what the fuck you're doing. There is something called karma. There is something called reciprocation. And once you understand that, then you'll make some better choices. But for the most part, just have some boundaries. Have some boundaries with the people you love and the people you don't even know. And that's what's going to keep you afloat. And if you want to find this whole show today, it will be on She Gets a Podcast later this week. We do have a show that is coming out, I want to say Monday. The last episode that we did should be on She Gets a Podcast. So, y'all didn't miss anything. We got you. You can find me at She Gets It Pod on Twitter and on IG. I'm usually here at least 3 times a week on the Stereo app. But I did this show with you tonight.
Yeah, this has always been great, Shannon. We always have a great time working together. I want, like I said, everybody, make sure you follow both of us, because we come up with really good content. It won't just be, hey, listen to us talk and chew gum. Or open talk. It's going to be like a good topic that we expect y'all to participate in, because we just like you take your time to listen to us and participate, we take our time coming up with content that you guys are going to want to talk about and experiences that everybody's had in their own life that they can. So, we give and we expect to receive as well. So we appreciate y'all. Appreciate the time. We want y'all to have a good weekend. Have a good night. If you're in the Northeast like I am, get at your ass out tomorrow morning and shove all this snow off your damn cars. This is not any fun, but that's the life we living up here in the tri-state area. I'm gonna play this last message we got before we head up out of here.
Before you guys drop off, I don't know if you'll hear this, but where are you guys from? I'm out here from the Bay Area. Just curious where you guys are from.
I'm from Philly, but I'm in Atlanta.
No, I'm in New Jersey. So we're both East Coast people.
Yeah.
Respect to the Bay. My mom's a big Oakland fucking Warriors fan, word. Steph Curry fan, I should say, if anything. So, shouts out to y'all. But we appreciate you, Lupita, for your participation as well. Like we said, content controversy, what we doing over here on the show. Make sure you follow us. We appreciate everybody's participation tonight. We definitely stayed on 4 hours for y'all. So this was not a short show.
Yeah.
I think we got through everything. We can do a part 2 if y'all request it on the good guy versus the bad guy. If we miss anything, please let us know. But check for us and look out for us in the future for shows to come. All right. Y'all have a good night. Peace and stay blessed. Shannon, I'll holler at you later. All right.
Peace.
Peace.